Okay, Jai students, see your smiling face. It gives a lot of energy to me. When I see you, it's a direct feedback. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to show you a video. You have to identify this, that which advertisement I'm showing you. Okay. I think you can identify it easily.
Yes, sir.
Which, which ad it was?
Pepsi. Pepsi.
Okay. Have you seen this video, this advertisement earlier? Any one of you?
No, sir.
Okay. So this was one video. Now I'm going to show you another video. This is very clearly visible that it is the advertisement of which service or product. You just identify it, that's all. How was the video?
Nice.
It was very beautiful, sir.
Okay. May I know why I have shown you these videos? First I showed you a video of Pepsi. Then this video is of
Google.
Google. Okay. Why I am showing you all these? Any idea?
No, sir.
Okay. I will show you one more. Then you identify. Then you tell me that why I am showing you all.
3, 2, 1.
See? It's just like a Mercedes. Huh?
Now my question to you that we have seen 3 advertisements. All these 3 advertisements are of what? especially the last one, what was being shown there? There is a rivalry of two competitors,
The competitions between the companies.
right? Once it is showing a video, then Jaguar is making of the same thing. Sorry, marketing strategy, correct? This is the marketing strategy of what?
The company.
First, multinational corporation. MNC.
Sorry?
Multinational corporation.
Correct, correct, very right. So our topic is the global enterprise or multinational corporations. This is what we are going to study now. Now please let me know if my screen is visible and I am audible to you all clearly.
Yes, sir. Screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you are.
Whatever the logos you are seeing it here, whether it is Google, it is Ford, Philips or BMW, all these are what? If you have to give one term for all these companies, what would be that one term?
Global enterprises.
Correct. The global enterprise is also known as multinational
Multinational.
corporations, or in short we call it MNCs. Correct? Show me thumbs up. Note the head like this, then also I will be able to understand. So this is all global enterprise. Now if I ask you that, what is this? What are the example of these things? All these are what?
Insurance company.
Very true. But other than being insurance company, there is one more thing which is there. Guess that what it is.
Sir, or are Indian companies.
Not really. This IFCO and Tokyo is not Indian, both not Indian. Bajaj Alliance, ICICI Lombard. This is not all Indian. There is something else. Okay, do you know Bajaj company? Have you heard the name of Bajaj separately?
Yes, sir.
Alliance also? No. Have you heard the name of ICICI and Lombard also?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
HDFC and Ergo also?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what is it here?
So they are companies merging.
There
They're
is
merging.
combination of two. So this kind of organization we call what?
Joint
When the
ventures.
efforts are being joined together, what we call it?
Joint ventures.
Very nice. So this is all joint ventures example. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now tell me what is it?
Metro.
A metro train.
Oh. Delhi Metro?
Yes, sir. It can.
Okay. If I ask you that, tell me it is private sector, it is under the private sector or public sector?
The public sector.
Public sector.
The public sector.
Public.
No, my dear. It is not completely public and it is not completely private also. It's again a combination, beautiful combination of public and private. So we call it PPP, means public-private partnership. So three important forms already we have discussed. What was that? Departmental undertaking,
Department, statutory
statutory
corporation,
and government
and
company.
government companies.
We have already discussed. Now these are the three which are equally important and very important. So this three we are going to discuss. But as we discuss there the features, merits and limitations, but you have here a reduced syllabus. CBSE suggested to teach you the meaning and features only of these three things. So we will be discussing the meaning of it and features of it. Maybe that in your book something is given more or less, but we will follow exactly the syllabus of CBSE, not the NCERT book. Is it clear? I need noting yes, no. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So let us now talk about the global enterprise. See, if you have to define it, you will say that global enterprise are huge industrial organizations with which extend their industrial and marketing operations through a network of their branches in more than one countries or more than their countries of their origin. So maybe a company which is of India, but if they start working in more than one countries or in many countries or in several countries, having their branches, having their network of the branches, doing their industrial work, doing their marketing operations in all those things, then we call it global enterprise, or we may call it, sorry, we may call this MNCs also. And whatever their head office is there, then they may have some branches, and these branches are called as MOFA. The full form of the MOFA is, please read for me.
Majority owned foreign affiliates.
Very true. Then few things more about the global enterprise or the MNC. One is that they may operate in several areas, producing multiple products, with their business strategy extending over a number of countries. Means more than one countries at least. So they do not aim at maximizing profit from one or two products, but they are more interested in spreading their branches all over the world. जैसे एक प्रोडक्ट है उनका, तो अभी दूसरा प्रोडक्ट भी बना लें, तीसरा भी बना लें, इसमें उनका इंटरेस्ट ज्यादा नहीं होता. उनका इंटरेस्ट इसमें ज्यादा होता है कि हमारा यही एक प्रोडक्ट, दो प्रोडक्ट पूरे वर्ल्ड में बिकने लग जाए, पूरे वर्ल्ड में हम बिजनेस करें. इज दिस क्लियर?
Yes, sir.
And then they have an impact on the international economy also. You will be surprised to see the data which is given in your book. I would request someone to read this. After just this line, they have an impact on the international economy also. It is mentioned in your book. Please open the NCERT and read it. Jishan, you have? Let me check. I will give you opportunity, Avina. But let me ask first Aryan. Aryan, do you have?
Yes, sir.
Please read. Just after this line.
Sir, which one? RN Gupta or Jaitwal?
Who is pinned? Any one of them. They have an impact on the international economy also after this. Aryan Kumar Gupta.
I don't have book.
Sorry. You will have to be little
I
louder.
have no book. I have no book.
Why? How it is? Yesterday only I said it so many times. I have posted NCRT books, all the 3 chapters, more than once in Google Classroom.
Just
You just have to download it.
just 2 minutes. Okay.
बोलो आर्यन, क्या कहना चाह रहे हो बोलो.
Yes, just 2 minutes. I download it.
Sorry.
Just 2 minutes. I download it.
हाँ please. Okay. Meanwhile, Abhinav, you read.
Yes, sir. They have an impact on an international economy also. This is evident from the fact that the sales of the top 200 corporations were equivalent to 28.3% of world's GDP in 1998.
Wait.
These
How much
was
percent? Wait. How much percent?
28.3%.
28.3% of world economy.
World GDP
World
in
GDP.
1998. Yes.
So you can easily understand that what is the volume and importance of these MNCs in world economy. Yes? Yes. Next, another line.
This shows that top 200 MNCs control over a quarter of the world economy. Therefore, MNCs are in position to exercise massive control on the world economy because of their capital resources, latest technology and goodwill. By virtue of this, they are able to sell any product in different countries. Some of these corporations may be slightly exploitative in nature and concentrate more on selling consumer goods and luxury items which are not always desirable for the developing countries.
ठीक है. That may be their demerits, but actually you can understand with this that what is their contribution to the world economy or how powerful they are in the world economy. Isn't it? You all agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So now let us talk about the features of the global enterprise. First one is what it requires huge capital resource. So I would request Sujal to read this point. Huge capital resource में देखो क्या लिखा है पढ़ो.
These enterprises are characterized by possessing huge financial resources and the ability to raise funds from different sources. They are able to tap funds from various sources. They then issue equity shares, debentures, or bonds to the public. They are also in a position to borrow from financial institutions and international banks. They enjoy credibility in the capital market. Even investors and banks of the host country are willing to invest in them. Because of their financial strength, they are able to survive under all circumstances.
Correct. So it means what? They have lot of funds. No, they don't. They are not deprived of the fund. They have sufficient fund and they can utilize it. They can use these funds for carrying on their business activities in other countries very well. Correct? Then the second point is foreign collaborations. Aditi, you read this.
Your mic is muted.
Oh, sorry. Global enterprises usually enter into agreements with Indian companies pertaining to the sale of technology, production of goods, use of brand names for the final products, etc. These MNCs may collaborate with companies in the public and private sector. There are usually various restrictive clauses in the agreement relating to transfer of technology, pricing, dividend payments, tight control by foreign technicians, etc. Big industrial houses wanting to diversify and expand have gained by collaborating with MNCs in terms of patents, resources, foreign exchange, etc. But at the same time, these foreign collaborations have given rise to the growth of monopolies and concentration of power in few hands.
Okay. देखो इसके प्लस भी है माइनस भी, इसके मेरिट और लिमिटेशंस दोनों ही हैं फॉरेन कोलैबोरेशंस के, बट मेजर पार्ट क्या हमें यहाँ समझना है, ग्लोबल एंटरप्राइज का एक फीचर है, दे वेयर एवर दे गो दे कोलैबोरेट विद द कंट्री, उस कंट्री के किसी बिजनेस के साथ कोलैबोरेट करके फिर वो काम करते हैं। समझ आ रही बात ना? इससे उस कंट्री का जो बिजनेस है वो भी ग्रो करता है और एक तरह का फॉरेन कोलैबोरेशंस का अपॉर्चुनिटी उस कंट्री को भी मिलता है, उसका बेनिफिट इन्हें भी होता है और उनको भी होता है। यस
Yes, sir.
इज इट ओके?
Yes.
Okay. Then the third one, advanced technology. Why they have advanced technology? Please read this, Sujal.
These enterprises possess technology superiorities in their method of production. They are able to conform to international standards and quality specifications. This leads to industrial position of the country in which such corporations operate, since they are able to optimally exploit local resources and raw materials. Computerization and other inventions have come due to the technological advancements provided by MNCs.
मतलब क्या? देखो जब हम अपने कंट्री में बिजनेस कर रहे हैं तो हमें किससे कॉम्पीट करना होगा? हमारे जो कंट्री में ही बिजनेसमैन दूसरे हैं वही हमारे कॉम्पिटिटर्स होंगे। लेकिन जब आप फॉरेन जाकर के दूसरे कंट्रीज में जाकर के अगर बिजनेस करेंगे तो आपको एक लार्जर स्केल पे कंपटीशन फेस करना होगा। यू एग्री विद मी?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
अब उस केस में अगर आप टेक्नोलॉजिकली एडवांस नहीं होंगे, सुपीरियर नहीं होंगे उनसे, तो आप अपना प्रोडक्ट वहां कैसे बेच पाएंगे? So you need to have the advanced technology if you want to be a global enterprise. So this is the third feature of the global enterprise, that they need to lead into that area, and when it is possible, if you have better technology, if you have advanced technology, if you have superior technology to them, then only they will prefer you. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fourth point is product innovation. So who would like to read it? Who have not read? जिसने अभी तक नहीं पढ़ा है वो पढ़ो।
These enterprises are characterized by having highly sophisticated research and development departments engaged in the task of developing new products and superior designs of existing products. Qualitative research requires huge investment which only global enterprises can afford.
अच्छा आप देखो, when you are working at such a large scale, तो आपको ना आपके प्रोडक्ट में हमेशा कुछ ना कुछ इनोवेट करना होगा। आप देखो जो पेप्सी या कोला का कोल्ड ड्रिंक आता है, क्या वो एक ही तरह के कोल्ड ड्रिंक मार्केट में लॉन्च करते हैं?
No, sir.
No, sir.
क्रिटिसाइज करना शुरू किया कि इसमें बहुत ज्यादा शुगर है, तो उन्होंने शुगर फ्री या लेस शुगर वाला भी मार्केट में लॉन्च कर दिया, डाइट पेप्सी।
Yes, sir.
नहीं, तो आपको ना प्रोडक्ट में इनोवेट करते रहना पड़ेगा और इसके लिए काफी रिसर्च करना पड़ता है, काफी खर्च करना पड़ता है R&D पे, तभी आप वहां तक पहुंच पाएंगे। यस और नो?
Yes, sir.
आप देखो एप्पल का प्रोडक्ट क्यों बेहतर माना जाता है? क्योंकि लॉट ऑफ एनर्जी एंड एक्सपेंस दे डू फॉर देयर रिसर्च ऑन। करेक्ट?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Then
sir.
comes the marketing strategy. What is it? Would read this?
Samay,
Please.
The marketing strategies of global companies are far more effective than other companies. They use aggressive marketing strategies in order to increase their sales in a short period. They possess a more reliable and up-to-date market information system. Their advertising and sales promotion techniques are normally very effective, since they already have carved out a place for themselves in the global market and their brands are all well known, selling their products is not a problem.
अब आप देखो इनकी मार्केटिंग स्ट्रेटेजी का एग्जांपल हमने आपको स्टार्टिंग में ही आज दिया. I have shown you the three different advertisement, and all these are of MNCs, isn't it? So see, being the Jaguar owner of the car manufacturing company, it is not enough that you please focus on your own advertisement. You have to see the advertisement of the Mercedes also, isn't it? और ऐसे एक तो एग्जाम्पल नहीं है, ऐसे कई सारे एग्जाम्पल्स तुम्हें मिल जाएंगे जहां पे ऐसे दो कॉम्पिटिटर का राइवलरी बहुत क्लियर कट एडवर्टीजमेंट में दिखता है.
Sir, mango drink.
हाँ,
Many.
यस. अच्छा, ऐसे ही एक और एग्जाम्पल हम तुम्हें देंगे. कोका कोला वॉज बैंड इन इंडिया लॉन्ग बैक,
Yes, sir.
एंड व्हेन इट वाज अलाउड, पहले कोका कोला यहाँ थी, फिर बैन हो गई, फिर दोबारा जब अलाउ हुई तो उस समय पेप्सी यहाँ थी इंडिया में. सो द मोमेंट द डे इट वाज सपोज टू बी लॉन्च्ड इन इंडिया, जिस दिन उसको मान लो 1 जुलाई, तो 1 जुलाई को पेप्सी ने एक एडवर्टीजमेंट दिया सभी न्यूज़पेपर में, पूरा फुल पेज. You know that the newspaper advertisement is very costly, और वो भी पहला एक पूरा पेज पे बहुत ज्यादा एक्सपेंस आता है. तो पेप्सी ने एडवर्टीजमेंट दिया, कोका कोला की पूरी बॉटल लंबी सी एक पूरे पेज में केवल बॉटल, नथिंग एल्स. एंड देन एट द एंड एकदम नीचे में बहुत छोटा छोटा लिखा हुआ था दैट वी वेलकम यू इन इंडिया. आगे था पेप्सी, दैट्स ऑल. पेप्सी एकदम छोटा सा नाम और पूरी कोका कोला की बॉटल. समझ आ रहा है?
Yes, sir.
ये एकदम डिफरेंट टाइप का मार्केटिंग स्ट्रेटेजी. इट में सरप्राइज यू कि हम अपने कॉम्पिटिटर को वेलकम करें. फिर अच्छा, दूसरे दिन फिर पेपर में पता है क्या हुआ? कोका कोला ने एक एडवर्टीजमेंट दिया जिसमें पेप्सी की पूरी बॉटल पूरे पेज पर, और नीचे एकदम पतली सी लाइन में लिखा, वी थैंक यू पेप्सी कोका कोला. गेटिंग इट?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is the kind of rivalry which happens, which takes place in two MNC or two global enterprise. They do not worry about their expense. कोई दूसरा अगर छोटा मोटा कंपनी होता तो वो ये सोचता कि हम अपने प्रोडक्ट को ज्यादा से ज्यादा एडवर्टाइज कर लें. लेकिन आप देखो उसके ऐसा करने से, उनकी ये स्ट्रैटेजी के कारण वो एडवर्टीजमेंट तो कई साल पहले पेपर में आया और खत्म हो गया 2 दिन के अंदर. लेकिन आज भी एक टीचर क्लास में पढ़ाते समय उस एडवर्टीजमेंट को कोट कर रहा है. दिस इज द इम्पैक्ट ऑफ दैट एडवर्टीजमेंट, इजंट इट? यू ऑल एग्री विद मी?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
एंड देन नेक्स्ट वन इज एक्सपेंशन ऑफ द मार्केट टेरिटरी.
Yes, sir.
देखिए, हमने शुरू में ही बोला था, दे आर नॉट फोकस्ड ऑन देयर प्रोडक्ट, they are not focused on increasing the numbers of the product, but they want their market to grow. है ना? आज अगर हम केवल इंडिया में बेच रहे हैं तो कल हम चाइना में भी बेचने लगे, कल हम अफ्रीका के किसी कंट्रीज में भी जाकर के बेचें. ये उनका एम होता है. एंड द लास्ट फीचर इज whatever they are doing in all over the world, but they have centralized control. उनका एक हेड ऑफिस होता है. हर एक ग्लोबल एंटरप्राइज का एक हेड ऑफिस होगा जो प्राय उनके ओरिजिन कंट्री में होता है, और उसी कंट्री से वो पूरे वर्ल्ड को कंट्रोल करते हैं. समझ आ रही है मेरी बात?
Yes, sir.
So this was all about the global enterprise. Tomorrow we'll be talking about the joint venture. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So with this, I would say thanks to all of you. How was the class today? Did you enjoy?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you again, sir.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you, sir. Jai Hind, sir.
Sir.